Welcome to Detroit, Michigan, Motor City, is where we find ourselves for the 31st Stadium Review episode, as today we're going to visit Comerica Park, a stadium that absolutely blew me away, the home of the Detroit Tigers. And before we get going, I'm very excited to announce that Stadium Review episodes are now in partnership with PullTab Sports, a creative platform highlighting sports and culture across the Midwest. Check them out at pulltabsports.com. Comerica Park opened up in downtown Detroit, Michigan in 2000, replacing the former Tiger Stadium, which actually was a really beautiful and unique jewel box style ballpark. However, no matter how cool I think it is, it was definitely old and dated and in need of replacement. And Detroit was definitely a downtown area that needed a lot of revitalization to it, and adding Comerica Park really kicked that off in 2000. And then in 2002, Ford Field was built for the Detroit Lions in the adjacent property, made from an old abandoned warehouse. And then the sporting aspect of the downtown revitalization really finished up in 2017 with the opening of Little Caesars Arena, right in the same area. So now all 4 Detroit professional sports teams are playing downtown. And I actually did the second stadium review on Little Caesars Arena. And here we are today at number 31. What makes this stadium really interesting is the blend of design elements, as I was really blown away as they implemented together both modern aspects and a lot of retro aspects that so many ballparks at the time really show off. And today, the stadium holds a total capacity of 41,083. Once arriving at the stadium, I actually spent a lot of time exploring the outside of the ballpark, and there was something interesting to see at almost every angle from the outside. As the exterior gives off a retro vibe with the old classic red bricks, but at the same time it definitely has kind of a modern aesthetic, with all the metal fencing and rails. On the north side of the ballpark, the street was actually closed down to allow for more pedestrian traffic. And I absolutely love the tall pillars lining the outside of the building with the tigers on them. And there is so much to be said about all the different tiger aesthetics that they have around the outside of the ballpark. From the large statues, to the heads being shown, to this tiled logo I found, and also this super cool design on an exterior door. Just from walking on the outside of the ballpark, I was really impressed and eager to make my way inside. Oh, you can just slip in there. Why is it a line? You wanna slip in? After making our way all around the outside of the stadium, it was time to enter, and we decided to go in under the large left field scoreboard, which was a really cool spectacle to behold looking up at it. Now let's get in there and have a look at the concourse. The concourse of the ballpark was just as impressive as the exterior, as it carried over all the red brick design. And from the gates where we entered, we were immediately met with some historic statues out in left center field. These stainless steel and granite statues stand at around 11 to 13 feet tall and commemorate some of the icons throughout the ball club's history. And you actually get a pretty good view of the field of play itself from out there, as there's a large patio where you can stand and watch the game. And you can also get up close and personal with the bushes and ivy that make some of the batter's eye out in straightaway center field. The day we were there was an absolute scorcher in late June, so it was a big relief to see how covered and shaded the concourse was. The green metal beams and piping, as well as the brick food stand, really gave it a more old-timey feel. On the first base concourse, you go past the Big Cat Court, which is a big fun kids area and actually includes a merry-go-round inside the ballpark.
Yeah, let's get that double.
Let's go, Maggie. Big rip. Oh, Machado! Get up the middle, baby. Put it up there!
And check out the fountains going off in center field, as it's a great touch to use instead of fireworks. And the Tigers logo over the scoreboard was also flaming. How cool is that? The field of play itself has some pretty interesting aspects to it, as it has the deepest straightaway center in all the MLB at 420 feet. And the ballpark plays super deep. In 2022, it was actually the last place ballpark in home runs, which makes it really interesting that Miguel Cabrera won the Triple Crown while playing his home games at Comerica Park, because you have to have some serious power to hit the ball out of the park. Also of note is the dirt area around home plate, which is shaped like a home plate itself, which I think is absolutely iconic. Comerica Park is also the only ballpark in MLB to have a strip of dirt between the pitcher's mound and home plate. And this strip is also called a keyhole, and it was pretty common in a lot of older ballparks. The fans were actually pretty into the game, as they were chanting a few times and also had the wave going. Thanks so much for watching this episode. Be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you can see many more just like this one. Thanks. Bye.